Hey Geminis, what's up? Jackie here, she, hers. This is Gemini sex and relationship energy read. So Gemini, coming out for you right away out of the sexual self-care deck, we have music, 68, which breaks down to a 14, which is the throat chakra 5. So I think a lot of you, the message is so clear here for you, Gemini, but a lot of you could be exploring some different types of like sex music playlists, describing and exploring a little bit about like choices of music to turn you on right now with sex and your sexuality, songs that really get you in the mood. And I keep scratching my ear here, so there could be before I even was shuffling the deck, Gemini, there was this other deck that talks a little bit about forging a new path here. Like the message and the energy came so clear through, and I'm scratching my ears a lot. Maybe you're hearing a lot of different things clairaudiently from your spiritual team, ancestors, guides, whatever you believe in when it comes to sex, when it comes to relationships. And when I was shuffling the deck, like part of it fell off the table, and so I feel like there's a lot of choices and balancing the energies, and your spread is so clear, and that is exactly what is here. So this forge a new path says when you make new choices, you create new results, let go of old patterns, and embrace the power of possibility. You are fully supported. So some of you, I think, are going to be moving away or breaking up with maybe a Cancer during this time, or maybe this has happened during Cancer season. Maybe you're Gemini Cancer cusp here. I know I am. Shocker. But maybe this is something where you're turning away from some relationships and people that just aren't successful or succeeding, and you're moving on. Or this is Spirit saying you have to make the choice to move on from these negative sexual energy vampires too, and you're kind of stuck in that with Two of Swords and the upright. This is something where in the traditional tarot, like they're blindfolded, and you know, this is something where you're coming out of some sort of like delusional thinking with Seven of Cups and really trying to decide who's going to be, you know, that better emotional stability for me. Flip it in reverse, Gemini. This could be something where you're feeling emotionally stable, grounded, delusion stuck in your head and mind with choices here. But really the Swords energy is picking up so heavily for you, and you have out of the realist buck relationships deck hot and heavy going steady, and then also you had defensive as fuck, needs to grow up. Like needing to say sorry, owning it, and apologizing for things that are going wrong in relationships during this time, or sex or whatever. Don't know who that's for, but really Spirit is saying like, Geminis, you need to decide how much energy you are giving and receiving, you know, not only for sexual relationships, but just relationships in general. They also told me like the holidays are coming up, so I don't know if this is something where there's some discord with family friendships or anything like that too. Maybe cutting some people off. That could have been a Cancer here. Maybe some sort of truth came to light during Cancer season, and you're really trying to explore a little bit more about that. So let's shuffle out and see what comes out for you, Geminis. Thank you so much for your support on my channel here. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, and Venus placement. So check your charts, check the other videos, because there will be messages in here for you. If you are not subscribed, hit subscribe. Like 87% of y'all are not subscribed to my channel, so hit subscribe with all the notification bells. A lot of you are really working on your own sexual self-care during this time, which I think is very beautiful. Exercise is coming out for you, 11. So you could see ascended master number overall coming in here for you, but it's really like increasing sexual libido through blood flow. You're pumping up the iron, the energy. There's a lot of things that feel really, really great during this time for you. Then we have new relationship energy coming out with 69. Maybe you're trying 69. Maybe this is something where it's like, yep, Jackie, I'm in like a lot of new relationships with people, or I want to be, and I want to explore that more. But you're really experiencing, you know, you're exploring your sexual bonding and attachment to that person. Pay attention to the red flags within the first 90 days. That's what you're supposed to do typically with new relationship energy, and sex is after that. So anyway, that's just what the research shows, but it's really affection reflection. Like you're reflecting on who shows up for me, who's affectionate to me, and are they actually true? You know, are they truly in love with me? Do they care about me? Everything like that. Some of you might be questioning this. Some of you with the energies overall, congratulations, Gemini. You may be getting married. You could be getting engaged. You could just be even seeking premarital counseling or couples counseling with a sex therapist to talk a little bit about some of this stuff more, and how maybe even sex has changed in a marriage or two, like you are a sexually fluid being. 59, which breaks down to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, which breaks down to a 5. Clearly, there's something about throat chakra energy here as well. Your bed is a sanctuary, so only use this for sex and sleep. Someone needs to get out of bed, stop scrolling on your phone, stop using it for technology, but really setting strong boundaries with yourself moving forward for your own sexual self-care. Again, throat chakra, maybe some of you have talked to a partner spouse of like, we want to do getaways, we want to do Airbnbs, we want to go travel, let's have a sex week and vacation. Maybe your 9th house in astrology is filled with just Sagittarius energy, and we are moving into Sagittarius season. I'm recording this during Scorpio, so we might be in Sagittarius season, season. We will be when I upload this, Gemini, but maybe this is something where you are craving, you need to speak up a little bit about it, right? And Gemini, like calendar year wise, like you land in May, like 5 again. But if you think about astrology, you land in the 3rd house, which is communication. It's the mind. And so there's kind of this balance of this energies here. But this also came out during Sagittarius read too. So go back and see if you have those placements in your chart, as well as Capricorn too. There will be messages in for you, but a lot of you really need to focus in on planning more pleasure, and overall energy is really body mapping with erogenous zones here. So let's kind of see what's going on with marriage or new relationship energy. Tell me more. Death card. Yeah, like I said earlier, you're gonna be cutting off some relationships here. Could be with the Scorpios, could have happened during Scorpio season. Feels like a falling out that occurred. You could also have Scorpio in your chart here, but something needed to die, or something does need to die. Queen of Swords, you're definitely in your head with this. There could have been some sort of emotional abuse, coercion, manipulation, shame, gaslighting, really psychological tactics that you could have, pulled out on another person, a friend, a sexual energy, whatever, someone you're dating, or flip those energies in reverse. What else, please? One more. Let's clarify why. Yeah, what's to come of this? You're really deciding and you're stuck in whether or not this relationship needs to come to an end. So this could be with a Scorpio. This could happen during Scorpio season. This could have been a past Scorpio season. There could have also been someone who died, a passed on loved one during Scorpio season, and you're grieving that. Maybe a year, 2, 5, however many, 10 years later. I'm so sorry about that. Maybe holidays are really difficult for you during this time. I'm giving you a big hug because you don't have like your person. You don't have your mom, is what they told me. And that's something that like you really need during this time. And it's really something where you're focusing in on grief and loss work. Pay attention to black crows during this time, and white and black feathers could be coming to you as well. Tell me about marriage. What's going on here? 7 of Cups in the reverse. King of Wands in the upright. Wow. See, your cards are flying today. So maybe some of you are thinking like, I don't want to rush into a marriage right away. Maybe some of you are married and you haven't been married before. It's really something that you've been contemplating, thinking on. And maybe it's some new sexual energy is coming in regards of like sexuality changing, or really wanting to explore a little bit more. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune underneath here. This is, fortune. This is karma. This is beautiful. This is new relationships. Maybe you're having a threesome. Maybe this is something that you want to try new here. Maybe you have 2 partners and you need to open up a marriage here for polyamory, and you need to seek sex counseling or coaching about that specifically. But Ace of Wands in the upright is really, new opportunities, new sex opportunities, new dating opportunities. Maybe someone is going to just propose to you as well. It's like that fire sign energy that I was picking up on. Maybe that happens during Sagittarius season. Could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries as well too. But this is something that you've really been thinking about for a long, long time, and this is coming towards you. Maybe this new person that could be hitting on you, or wants to date you, or wants to have sex with you. Maybe it's a one-night stand or something like that. Could be a fire sign energy as well. Let's clarify, plan more pleasure. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you're burnt out on some sort of dynamic. It could be sex. It could be relationships. Wow, this could be sex with a Taurus here, Hierophant. This is like divorce, abuse, and you're becoming more independent. That's literally what these cards are showing me. And you need to be able to plan pleasure for yourself. It's like, yeah, you are resenting this person, and this truth subconsciously is coming to light with the Moon card. You could also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I know that this is like Pisces energy right here too. Cancer is ruled by the Moon, and Scorpio is also a water sign. I know that's a lapser, but this card just always gives me all 3 energies when I look at it. And it feels like some of you want to plan more pleasure of like being single, cutting something off, being divorced and done, and moving on here. And this is like something that maybe comes in during a full moon in the future. Erogenous zones. Okay, so you got someone who's spying on you, Gemini. Be careful when it comes to this. 5 of Wands in the upright. It's like somebody's sexually competing over you, and yeah, you feel that. Knight of Wands in the reverse and Queen of Wands in the reverse, and you're like, I don't know what to do about this third party situation here. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy overall. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Something isn't really giving and taking in relationships during this time. And 5 of Swords, you see that. Some sort of truth is coming to light here, and you're standing in the fucking power of the Empress energy. Libra, Taurus, this could also been during Libra, Taurus season, or maybe you have those placements in your chart, but this could also be like pregnant with new ideas and manifestations with dates, relationships, travel, different types of things for sexual self-care. Top of the deck here, yeah, some of you are burnt out. What did I say? 19 breaking down to a 10. You need to work on this exhaustion of self versus others. Some of you have a higher sexual libido, and that's why all this fire energy is coming. It's like, oh, you could have have sex or, you know, masturbate or do whatever, like 3 to 5 times a day, whatever. But it really talks about rest, recharge, rest, relax, and rejuvenate here. And boom, another 5 heart is coming out here. So the 4th and the 5th chakra are really significant for you. You're really needing emotional connection. Some of you might be demisexual. I don't remember whose card reading that came out of. It was Capricorn or Sagittarius. Go back and watch that read, but I specifically talked about that. So there could be something there for you. Friends with benefits, like I said, hookups, or just like a one-night stand may not be your jam, and you might be rethinking things overall. For some of you, you really do want to get married and you're like thinking about, okay, I'm ready for this. I want to move forward with this. Or you are married and you're wanting to be able to fix some things in your marriage and seek help with this. Could be really good for some of you to, again, we have music coming out as we cut half the deck here. Work with music, work with crystals during this time here as well as coming out. Maybe putting it near your bed or your bedroom, and chakra healing work. Nice. I love that these two came out together, but really wearing them, having different types of orange gems, and maybe doing some different types of work with crystals during this time for the second sacral chakra could be very important for you during this time, especially with all this fiery orange energy coming out in the cards. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, like we said, and you're also showing up as the Emperor energy. You could also have 1111. I just saw that on the clock here. You could be seeing that a lot. That could be significant to you. Maybe you had a lot of leaps when it comes to the 1111 portal with sex, relationships, intimacy. Emperor in the upright is Aries, and you got Page of Wands here. There could also be some sort of Aries that's coming towards you. And really wanting to offer you something new, a new relationship. Or maybe you have an Aries baby. For some of you, you're pregnant. Congratulations with that out there. For some of you, Magician in the reverse, you're trying to get pregnant and it may not happen till Aries season, Leo season, Sagittarius season, and you've been really upset and hurt by this, and it really feels like some of you have experienced like a miscarriage with a kiddo. So Geminis, tell me what you've got going in below. As always, in the comments below, as always, just take what resonates with you here on my channel. Please subscribe, because I would love to be able to do some more content creation for y'all on my YouTube channel. Thank you to all of you Shameless Squad supporters out there who have been working on some things. Gemini, I'm also doing a women's May mental health month, masturbation May, and self-care mental health month, self-care getaway for women in Minnesota. Go to shamelesstherapy.org if you want to come on a retreat with me. Maybe that's the getaway that you need, and some womanly sisterhood bonding during that time. So we have out of the Real as Fuck relationship decks, inaccurate empathy. So this is someone you're dealing with someone who's emotionally immature, lacking empathy, or needing healing, which is not good. You could also flip the energy in reverse, working on this as well for yourself personally. It says needing healing, and they just told me like inner child healing, focusing on that in particular with relationships, when it's friends or family members or loved ones. A friend really needs you right now during this time, so show up and be there for them, and pay attention to someone's eyes and see how they communicate, because the truth will be revealed. This placement is coming out, wow, and someone's really lusty and not trusting, and you need to spend some time getting to know people and slow down in relationships before you commit to things. So this could even be like in work, in life, in friendships, like different types of things that you want to work on other people with, or work with other people on. Nice. That's the dyslexia I think I have, y'all. But maybe you're neurodivergent or neurosexy too. And maybe that's something where you're like, oh my God, I get so excited, and then like I get overwhelmed and I get exhausted, and you know, I hyper focus and I go all in, and then holy fucking shit, I need a whole day off for this, whatever. Just take what resonates with you. Let me know below. Tell me about inaccurate empathy in relationships. What does Gemini need to know about this during this time? Thank you. Okay, so there was a situation, 4 of Wands in the reverse, unstable, not solid, with a Cancer here, but it's in the upright Chariot. That was your overall energy in reverse. It's going to get resolved, whatever this is. It just may be something where you need to start new and have an olive branch here, and give this olive branch to this person here, like reach out to them. It feels like it's going to be resolved. However, King of Wands in the reverse, you might be very fired up and angry and upset and mad about this during this time. And 8 of Wands, this is that new pattern. Some of you may have some different anger issues that you were dealing with in relationships. This could have been anger that upset you in a friendship, relationship, family member, whatever. So it's really like slowing down, like these other cards are showing up, and really show up for that friend. This is something where, you know, I think a lot of people jump into relationships, jump into friendships so fast, and we don't even take the time to actually slow down. Like, what are the rules for yourself? What are the boundaries for yourself? What are the things that you are being intentional about, right? What brings you joy? Tell me about show up. A friend needs you now more than ever. Be there for them. You could also have Cancer in your chart too. Wow, Tower moment. Something happened during Scorpio season, or they have Scorpio or Aries in their chart. Queen of Cups in the upright, an emotional affair is happening, I feel like. We're not going to take all of those because like 4 cards flew out. Like, there's a lot of people. Maybe this happened 4 times. Maybe you've known this person for 4 years. Sun card in reverse. This could have happened with a Leo. So again, this is something for a friend, a family member, a loved one. It feels like there's an emotional affair and it caused a breakup or some sort of divorce here. Now, Gemini, this could have also been you, flipped energies in reverse, where you had a sexual affair, emotional affair, a financial affair, some sort of affair where you were very intimate with another person and you were like, I have to trust my intuition, but ultimately it's not going to make you as happy. You're probably going to be very depressed, sad, mad, and upset that you did it. And it's really something where it's like, you're not going to get justice out of this situation until you tell, you know, your person here, King of Pentacles in the upright, close this cycle overall, and karmic justice will do the rest. So that's good at the bottom of the deck for whomever this is for, but it's really world card energy. So there's a lot of different signs coming out. So we have double Leo, we have Taurus, double Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus here. Double Leo and double Scorpio here. We also have justice. So really you need to show up for yourself and do yourself justice, and your partner, spouse justice, whomever that's for. Tell me about pay attention to others' eyes and what they're communicating to you. What does Gemini need to know? Knight of Wands in the reverse and 3 of Wands in the reverse here. Someone is being very, 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 very hot and angry and irrational and irritated and frustrated and mad and displacement. Like, really, this is just someone displacing energy onto you or another person. Knight of Wands, this could also be like someone in a, you know, Knight of Wands in the reverse, a one-night stand that goes really bad. That's a threesome and it doesn't actually end up working out, but you essentially begin to move on here. Could be with an Aquarius. This gives me Aquarius energy because it's like ruled by Uranus here, but pay attention to that overall. 6 of Swords, displacement. You need to move on, or if you are displacing Gemini, like your thoughts and feelings and things onto other people, projecting, like, and that's not for them to hold, like, you need to own it and also move on. And maybe you're really in your head right now for some of that stuff. I don't know who that's for. 2 of Wands in the upright, better partnerships, new opportunities, and new relationship energy. Again, sex, dates, different types of things, friends with benefits might be coming in for you. And 3 of Pentacles, something that feels more group, solid, sturdy foundation as well here. It's like really balancing out the energies that are coming up for you, Gemini. This is a lot of different stuff. Ace of Cups, new opportunities for maybe emotional intimacy or a date with a water sign here, or like some sort of friendship date. Aquarius energy, look at that. Picked up on that with the Fool card. The Star, like maybe you are a sex worker or in the industry, maybe you are in the public eye or you work in the public eye. Maybe there's something that is going to go viral when you collaborate with other relationships and work, life, sex, whatever it might be here. Think with your head. Just because they're good and bad doesn't mean they're good for your head. Don't get it twisted. Be mindful of who you're work around during this time. Choose to see the red flags. I don't know if I said that to y'all at the beginning or not, but pay attention to all these different things coming out to you, Gemini. Forge a new path. Like, you have that Fool card that came out, that's literally going on their own path. Pay attention, and the snake in there represents, you know, shedding the skin, transformation, rebirth. So tell me in the comments below if you want to know more about what snakes mean. I will just need that reminder, boo. Okay. Final message for Gemini. As always, take what resonates with you and let me know in the comments below what's going on, because I love hearing that. So you got 2 surprise twins. You have a soul awakening, and interesting how I said transformation, and butterflies represent that too. You could be seeing butterflies a lot. They could be a spiritual animal totem for you, but you are quite irresistible with your mind and your heart and pulse in the same rhythm. Why spend your days fighting yourself? You have better things to do. So some of you are in a very dark place. You know how I picked up on that orange color. Maybe getting an orange butterfly crystal could be really good for you during this time, as well as protection work with this black here. Work on that second sacral chakra. That's really what this represents here. And then you also have stay true. The need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it's your responsibilities to stay true to yourself. And you see how you have a little bit more of the orange here, and then that heart-centered space and chakra here. Now is the time to wake up, forge that new path, and do what is true to you. So I don't know who that is for. It feels like someone has a soul awakening of a coming out kind of situation. Congratulations, whoever that might be for, and if that is happening anytime soon. Gemini, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out shamelesstherapy.org. I have a lot of new offerings ahead for spiritual wellness, sexual wellness, all these different types of things. Retreats. So if you need that getaway, come and stay, okay? Thank you so much for being here. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned for more, and stay shameless.